Hello everyone, this is Nitin here. How you guys are doing? Um, so right now it's about 10:30 here in India, and I just thought I should have our watercolor demo. So I have no idea what I'm going to make tonight, but I'm just trying to make it a very quick demo here. So, so basically, I'm just thinking I'll make one landscape, uh, but I haven't worked much on the landscape previously, but I really want to do it. I want to learn also with you guys. So it's always good to open for learning any new things. So uh, I'll go ahead and I'll make a very quick landscape here. Thank you so much, people joining here, and I look forward to complete this watercolor demo, and hopefully things will come out good. Even if it is not, don't worry, we will all enjoy the watercolor. Okay, so just let's start and have fun. If you have any question, probably you can ask those questions end of our the demo. So that will be great for me to concentrate on your queries. So I'll just go ahead and I'll start with sketch. So so first thing is I don't know if you're able to see this. Yeah. So I'll just make one quick sketch here. So probably in a far there are some tree here, and there are bigger tree. It's just kind of working with perspective, and there is another big tree. hmm Yes, and probably we can have a couple of guy here. Just came here to sit down with their friends. So that's a top level, the composition we have created. So let's go ahead and we'll start painting. So let me introduce my usual color palette. This is ultramarine blue and the sepia, sap green, orange, yellow ochre, and bunchiana. There is a crimson lake and red. And some point of times I'll be also using the ivory black and horizon blue. So I'll just start with sky here. So a lot of people are asking how much water should be there in your brush. So I'll just so there is no color in it right now. I've just given water. Basically, I don't do this kind of, but I'm just trying to do something different. Now I've just taken this ultramarine blue and this sepia. So currently I'm having a lot of water in my brush. So actually it's this whole the color actually blends very well. And make sure that when you're painting, your painting has to be at least a 20 to 25-degree angle. So that will give you a lot more flexibility. Your the water will fall down very properly. So keep that in mind. And I'm just using this horizon blue a little bit here. Well, I'm not seeing any of your response right now. I would rather suggest you to just concentrate on what I'm doing. End of this session, probably we can have a little bit of discussion on that. And so I'm coming back to the tree here. So basically, these things are slightly far. So I'm just wanted to give a very lighter color here, and probably using this ultramarine and the green. So whenever you want to represent anything which is a farce, so you can use that, the blue tint or whichever color, but use a very light tint here, similar like this. I'm never afraid to do any experiment. No worry. I mean, if things will not come out good, don't worry about that. Just keep doing whatever it comes in your mind. This is how it should be. Okay, so our first layer is done. So now what I'll do is, since this is still wet, I'll apply, I'll start applying my second layer. Usually we should, I mean, it all depends on, what kind of, you know, the outcome you want. You want to let this dry and then you want to go ahead, which is the preferred way because you will be in a very much control. Otherwise, if you want to make a weight on weight, you can do that. I don't do much, but today I'm going to do this. So this is your front tree. Ideally, we should do it the far away first, and then the nearer tree. So I'm using this ultramarine blue and the sepia. I'll take a slightly higher tint of blue because our we wanted to represent the trees and all. It's in far, so so this is absolutely wet on weight kind of effect. So now you still feel like you need to make this slightly the darker tone because this tree is nearer to your eyes, right? So you want to bring that perspective here. So I still need to give a lot more depth here. So what I'll do is I'll take this color, I'll mix with sepia. If I'm not getting that, so probably I'll add a little ultramarine blue here and I'll say gum. if there is any other tree nearby. Probably I've just spoiled my wall here. Just sprinkle it, just kind of experiment. Boom, boom. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'll just take a little ivory black, and I'm using this brush to make a small branches here. If you want to, make this even more brighter, probably you can still leave this when it get dry, and then you can go for the final touch of your painting. The whichever way, whichever you feel is the more appropriate, because everybody has their own preference to working with. So if you feel like you still want to go ahead with wet on wet till you complete your painting, you can do that. Otherwise, you can stop here, let it dry, and then you go for the certain patches. So that is another dimension of it. Uh, so there is a couple of guy here. So we need to their head. So such thing you can wait till this dry. Since I'm doing this live video, I'm not waiting that much, but you can definitely. I would suggest you to do this such work once your painting, once your your watercolor is completely dried. So you will be in a better control. That's what I just keep telling everybody, that working with a wet on wet, especially if you're a beginner and you're still getting things, I would rather suggest you not to go ahead with completely on wet. Probably you should wait for some time, do let the things dry, and then you go for a layering system. So that will give you a more flexibility, more time to uh, just it gives you a more flexibility and more time to understand the watercolor. So you can do that. Anyways, so I'm here. So now the time to spoil my painting. So probably what happened is several time it happens that when I'm trying to do some experiment, the lot of things get spoiled. I mean, it's not at all usable. uh, you can't even look at those painting, but it should not stop you to do experiment. Fearless, you need to be very fearless. Just whatever comes in your mind, just do that. So that's all I will say. So a lot of branches here and there. Doom. Okay, so this is a sprinkle bottle. I'll just see what happens. Okay, something happened. You'll be getting some sort of texture. Okay, so I think I'm done. Uh, that's all. I mean, the reason I'm doing this because I want to tell you that how important it is for you to do painting. People are not finding time to do painting every day. Now you tell me how much time it took. Barely 10 to 15 minutes. Exactly you have to do it. You need to spend some time. You need to give a little time every day or a alternate, whatever the time. You should not wait for weekend to come and then you'll make your mind whether I should do it by painting or whatever. So the whole intent for doing this is to let you know how important it is. It gives you a lot more, confidence. You will not, you don't want to miss anything doing watercolor. So you'll be start enjoying, if you'll start doing watercolor every day. Do 5 minutes, 10 minutes kind of work. Let it be. Just throw it away. Okay. But this whole thing it gives you. So last 2 days I haven't made any painting. So I wanted to do something, okay, and I wanted to tell you that this is how I approach, and this is how actually, it keeps me, my skill it takes to the different levels. So watercolor is something like you can't leave it for 1 week and again you are coming for another week and you'll say, hey, I'm not improving. That's not the case. You have to give some time on it. So thank you so much, everyone. I'm done with this. Now probably I can take some question if you have any. So do you have any question for me here? Okay. So yes, one of viewer is asking me to work on the shadow. I will definitely make a video how to work with the shadows. So this is very interesting. Yeah. So what paper are you using? Uh, so this is a local made watercolor paper which I'm using. And in every video I'm keep telling everybody is that art materials should not be a constraint. Let it be anything. uh, you should concentrate on your skill, developing your skill. uh, Let it be any paper, any brand, or anything as such. But as long as you'll be able to do it in even if it is an inferior quality of paper, if you are able to transform your desire, your imagination into the paper, and it transform well, so you are done. And that's what happens to me. This is I won't say this paper is a world class paper. This is a very humble kind of paper I'm using. Very cost effective. Like it's damn cheap, and I am able to buy as much as paper in a very low rate. So that's all. The whole intent is. Uh, I hope you got my point. Okay, one of the question is I lost interest in watercolor because it's painful to preserve light or values. Uh, okay, so uh, actually you should have continued it. The lights and shadow is really important in watercolor. That's absolutely true, because unless you'll not have you'll not get that the light and how the light should be, and what all the other the values you should develop in your painting, you're not going to improve. So the best way to do it is not to leave it. Okay, what you need to do is you need to spend time, you need to make even more painting. I'm sure that initial you'll have some sort of the problem, but trust me, friend, the watercolor is such that it asks us so much of time. Your sincere effort every day, or probably 2 and 3 days. Like on 1 or 2 hours spending time in a week, and you are done, and you will see that how you are going to improve it. So if you leave it in between, or you'll get frustrated. I've seen many, like they'll get frustrated and they'll leave watercolor, and that's not the right approach. You have to have patience, dedication, give some time. I tell only one thing to all my uh, you know all my friends. If you want to learn painting, watercolor painting, you have to give 1 hour every day. You just give 1 hour every day, and you'll see how you are improving. Just compare your the day one painting and the day 30 painting, and you'll see the drastic difference. You're absolutely right. The lights and shadow is so much important, and it develops like when you start painting, you use yourself will start to understand how it should be. I don't need to come there and I need to tell you. You will only realize that where it has to be, how it should be, and that's all, my friend. Don't leave that passion. So one of the question is, do you have a schedule for this live recording, Nitin? No, I don't have any schedule. It all depends on when what my mood says. If my mood says I have to do it now, and I was just sleeping, and I was not getting our sleep, so I just thought, let's do it. So this is how I approach. I want to be a very I don't want to make it a very mechanism. It's a mechanical. It's like it's a desire. When you're painting, when those desire comes, and if your heart says no, I don't want to do it now, then actually you will not be good in that point of time. So I just wait when my heart says, Nitin, go for demo, Nitin, go for painting. And that's how it happens. And I'm sure that most of the people are feeling the same. So thank you so much, everyone. I hope you enjoy from this video. You have learned, and I'm so happy that you guys are liking my all videos. Your encouragement, your love and affection is really helping me to make a lot many watercolor and helping you guys. And at the same time, also I'm also learning. So the person who, if you have not subscribed my channel, so please do subscribe my channel. Don't forget to click on the bell notification, because that is the also a good way to know that when I'm going to be live, so it notifies you. Subscribe and press on the bell button. Thank you so much, everyone. If you wish to support my art, please visit my Patreon page and support my watercolor art, so I can make a lot many watercolor tutorials similar like this. And I look forward to share a new video very soon. If you have any question, if I'm not able to answer any of your question, please do write to your question, your comments in down below. So I will just give you all my answer whatever I could. So that's all, guys. Have a great day or evening. So right now it's a night here. So tomorrow, I mean this. I think after a couple of days in India, we are celebrating Deepavali. Yay! I love Deepavali. I love diyas. I spent so much of time, lighting the diyas. If you don't understand the diyas is candle. I really love it. I just decorate my home. Probably, if it is possible, I just share my one of the a few photographs of my decoration. And yeah, so that's all, guys. Have fun, enjoy the watercolor. I want you to do a lot of good watercolor. Please don't leave your passion. If you are passionate about the watercolor, just please go ahead, do it. It needs some time, and definitely things will come out good. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself, and see you soon.